So I'm out here, right? And let me sit up. Let me sit up. I'm out here and it said the weather, you know how you could check on your phone the little weather storm thing, and it says it's going to be a flood watch, right? And I'm just coming outside getting my day started. I'm like, why they misinterpret? Well, you know what, one thing about the Weather Channel people, they don't actually know exact. They may interpret a little bit, but moving forward nowadays, they're not going to be able to interpret the weather to the fullest capacity like they used to be able to do. Why? Because the spirit of nature and the weather and Mother Nature and Earth is moving at its all-time highest of, I don't even want to use the word manipulation, but he definitely is moving at a sense of trickster energy. You think you know me well, you think you can regulate me well, you think you can interpret me well and tell the world what's going to happen when it comes to the weather, but you don't. I was sitting here like, they're spreading this where I live. They're spreading this rumor of it's going to be a flood watch. It's going to be this, that, and the third. Well, it's going to be a flood, and it's not even enough rain to be a flood. Like, why are you misinterpreting the weather? You think you know what the weather's going to be, but you don't. I feel like Mother Nature, moving forward, everyone knows there's been a lot of things going on this earth when it comes to people actually awakening and people actually listening to. I'm not one of those conspiracy theories people, but I definitely like to listen to them sometimes. Like, I definitely like to listen and in tune myself with what they're speaking of sometimes. But then right now, like in today's world right now, like it is definitely, this nigga just had to, you see, I was talking. Why? You just couldn't just go away without waving? Just had to wave. But yeah, like I was saying though, like everyone is learning to not just go by the books. Everyone is learning to pay attention to what's going on, basically what I'm trying to say. And one thing about the weather, like I was saying, like it's not gonna be very easy to interpret. Like the Weather Channel, of course, I'm not saying don't listen. Of course listen. Of course pay attention. You know, there are certain things they are gonna be able to broadcast that is gonna make sense. But then when it comes to the fullest of the fullest making sense, nature's gonna do what she wanna do now. It's over with for us on this earth. We have misconstrued. We have walked all over. We have tarnished, misled, miss everything. Just disgusting of Mother Nature and where we live and what we depend on a day-to-day basis. Because I guarantee you, if it was not any sun coming out, if we didn't have wind, if we didn't have if we didn't have the different weather every day, people would go insane. But moving forward, I know you guys heard me speak about this in another video before about a lot of storms, a lot of rain, hurricanes, tornadoes, just water, a lot of water coming. I continuously have dreams of water. I already shared a water dream where I was in a tunnel and water was just washing people away. But there were other water dreams that I've had, and it's all about a lot of water. It is going to be water, 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 water. The spirit of water is not going to play around. That's why one thing when the weather people say, "Oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that," you're going to be a little bit off on interpreting the spirit of water, because the spirit of water is going to come hard moving forward. Why? We can't control nature anymore. We can't dictate it anymore. We don't know what's going to happen anymore. It's just going to happen. And all I can say is get in tune with nature. Get in tune with earth. Get in tune with the spirit of water. All elements of earth, nature, of nature, earth, air, fire, and get in tune with it so that you can feel the essence of each element and you can just vibrate on those frequencies, because I don't like talking too long, but because the spirit of water is going to be a very big topic in this year moving forward, and so on and so forth. Even the sun. kind of like the weather, nature in itself, the spirit of nature in all its elements. It's kind of like finally getting the stick. You know, they always had it's always had control over our land and our people. You know, us in general, like the world. But it's finally speaking like, you know what, I've had enough. I am going to shed when I want to shed, kick and scream when I want to kick and scream. And it is going to be bittersweet. You know, it's very bittersweet. Like, just, it's kind of like the storms are coming into full effect out of nowhere. Things are just going to be happening when it comes to nature and the weather as you once didn't think it would be before. You know, we would once be able to weeks in ahead plan, you know, but things are frequently changing within the weather so fast to the point where we're like, damn, we don't know what to expect. You just never know what to expect. Even the weather people never know what to expect. They're just putting out there what they believe and what they have high hopes and thinking of. You know what I'm saying? They can't even control nothing no more. They're trying to, but they can't. You're up against something that is natural. You cannot fuck with something that is natural. You really can't. And I'm almost done. See, you know, and one thing about the weather people, they're coming together, trying their best. These scientists and people, they're like trying their best, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. You know, like they're trying to figure out, it's becoming harder, more hard to like interpret the weather, to interpret what's next, to interpret the disasters, you know, things to do, and also to tweak the weather, to tweak the clouds. They're having so many meetings because it's kind of like, damn, you know, once before we were able to conduct this type of stuff. We were able to do it real quick. And, you know, we were able to control it, but not anymore. Mother Nature is saying not anymore, not anti-more. It's kind of saying like, you know, like, no, like, it's kind of saying like, no, I want to thrive. I want to flourish how I want to flourish in a natural state, in a more organic way. And you know how the people when they were tweaking the weather, tweaking the earth and everything that surrounds us, they do that for their own benefit, for financial benefits, for power, to just say they could do this and do that, but not anymore.